welcome. This is episode 48 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. I am your host, Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, and I am joined as always by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
Luna says hi too, apparently. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Luna's here. How you doing tonight, Mara?
I'm doing alright.
Just all right? Not good, not great?
I'm doing fine. I'm living.
Lie to me. Tell me you're doing great.
I'm doing great.
Awesome. So, if you're new around here, we are discussing the Arrowverse on the CW, Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, all that jazz. As we do every week. At least while, they're airing on TV. And then the summertime when they're not airing, we just don't talk about the shit because there's nothing to talk about because there's no show.
Right.
Or when there's nothing just coming on at all. We just, even during the season, when they're just like, you know what, we're just going to take some weeks off because fuck y'all.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I imagine that's what they're saying. Like when they're like, you know what, we're not going to air anything this week because fuck y'all.
Like with no heads up, like, it's like, we'll see you guys in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you see at the end of the episode, they go off television like, coming back on, April, whatever the fuck. Isn't that what they said on The Flash? They come back like in the middle of April?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I remember them saying something. They won't be back like the middle of April or some shit.
What?
Yeah.
How do you just leave for a whole month?
Listen. Television production is complicated. Sometimes shit goes down like, you know what, we not ready. So we going to take some weeks off, stretch this shit out.
They changing probably stuff in the story, to be honest.
Stuff like what? What do you think they're changing?
I don't know, plot stuff. Maybe someone's planning on leaving the show.
Maybe somebody's pregnant and they got to write her off the show.
That too. Maybe someone got fired.
That's possible too.
Maybe they're going to pull a Shonda and just decide to kill them now. Shonda's good for doing that.
Well, she only does that when somebody, like, really fucks up, though. So,
Because it's her off.
I don't know.
But anywho, we're here to talk about Flash, Arrow, Legends, Supergirl.
That's what we're here to talk about. But, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that yet.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about first?
I don't know. Let's talk about life.
The meaning of it?
I mean, we can go there.
No, let's not. Travis, I'm only 25. I don't know what the meaning of life is.
I know. I'm going to help you figure it out. Because I already know the secret.
To life?
To everything. I don't know if you knew this, but that's what happens when you turn 30. Like, they give you a pamphlet with all the answers in it.
Really?
Yup.
That's what 30 is?
Yep, that's what happens at 30. They give you a pamphlet with all the answers. The problem is, none of us read the pamphlet because, like, this is some bullshit, and we throw it away. Nobody believes that the pamphlet is real. But we have the pamphlet. But anyway.
Can we talk about one other thing besides that very quickly, though?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover.
Anyway, we're going to move on. Which one of these shows do you want to start with, Mara? Because we're not talking about Supernatural. I refuse to even acknowledge its existence. Until you tell me it's canceled.
It's not canceled. Let's go with let's start with Black Lightning.
Okay. You can start with Black Lightning. That actually just went off the air. A little inside baseball for you.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Like we just watched it is what you mean, right?
Yeah, it just went off the air a little bit ago.
Oh. Oh, okay. See, when I hear went off the air, I'm thinking like got canceled or something like that, and I was like, what?
No, that spot is reserved for Supernatural. Let me tell you, when Supernatural is canceled, I will scream from the mountaintops and celebrate like no one has ever celebrated before because I just needed to go away.
Are you gonna have a whole show based on it?
Most likely. Most likely.
You're gonna do that one by yourself, right?
Oh no, you will be there. You will be there.
I don't want to.
See, here's the thing. You make the mistake of thinking I care what you want.
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, Black Lightning. This episode is called The Book of Revelations. Give me your overall thoughts on this one, Mara, before we really get into it and dive deep and get all
They
in there.
wasted no time showing Jennifer getting her powers and discovering them.
I definitely wrote down in my notes Mara was wrong.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, I was kind of just hoping that they wouldn't, but I guess like I put it out there in the universe, so it had to come out this week.
Yep. It's all recorded. People heard you say it. They're going to wait till the season finale. Nope.
So upsetting. Well, I'm not upset. I mean, it's cool.
I don't know. As I'm watching this, it's funny because I have like a certain segment of college friends that who also, partake in this universe. And we discuss this stuff while it's going on, like on the show. And they all were just like, really? Another one? I'm like, oh, y'all don't know about his daughters, huh? And it's one of those moments where you're just like, haha, I have all the knowledge that you don't have, It's just like, yeah.
Kind of like how I feel.
I don't know. Is that how you feel?
I mean, you do have all the answers.
Well, I don't have all of them. I might have most of them, but I don't have all of them.
You have more than what I have.
It's one of those. It's not necessarily a good thing, though. It's one of those things where you kind of like find out about a thing and then you obsess over it to the point where you just like nothing else matters. And so your brain just gets filled with a lot of useless information until something like this happens and you're just like, oh, I remember when I indulged in this a couple years ago and it consumed my life, So, I knew Black Lightning had two daughters and I knew they both, ended up with powers, thunder and lightning.
What's the other one's name supposed to be?
There's thunder and there's lightning.
So it's Black Lightning and Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
That it seems like they got lazy like halfway through there.
I mean, you have two daughters with powers. What do you really call them?
I don't know.
Because Anissa is thunder because she's got like the power of like basically brute force.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer has basically the same powers as Black Lightning. So, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. I just feel like it could have been more. I mean, the whole Thunder and Lightning thing is creative. I just feel like, I guess now with his, it's just like, nah.
Yeah.
I get it, though. I'm on board with it. I was just saying, like, it just feels like they got a little lazy.
You just got really quiet again. I don't know what you did. Did you break it?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess I hear you again. You're okay. Anyway. So, basically, the city is all pissed off because they think Black Lightning killed Lady Eve because apparently she's a prominent figure in the community. They don't know about.
I don't understand why out of nowhere they feel like he would just be like, yeah, I'm going to just kill niggas now. Like,
well, it's just because he's the only one they know that can like just shoot electricity at motherfuckers, and they know that she was killed by electricity. And somebody came in there and electrocuted everybody. They're like, it must have been Black Lightning.
I mean, I get that. But, like, even Anissa pointed out, like, if anyone who really knew a shit about science, if he had struck
Most
her
people
so hard.
don't, though.
Well, they're stupid.
So the shit that she said, did you know that shit before she said it?
Yes, because lightning is something that intrigues me. And I've actually looked up photos of when people have been struck by lightning.
Well, most people don't. This is my point. The average human being does not know what a body looks like when it's actually struck by lightning.
Google is your best friend.
Yeah, but that's just not the kind of thing that people normally Google. So it's just, I get why they thought that. I don't like it, but I get it.
I guess.
So then we get some, sessions of Jefferson training Anissa. And she automatically attacked some dude because he had, I guess, some kind of Klan shirt or racist shirt or some shit. But yo, he actually wasn't a threat. You just assumed he was because of his shirt.
Well, why are you wearing racist shit for?
Listen.
And then expect not to be attacked.
Listen. I don't understand why white people do what they do. All right, I've never been white. I don't understand it either.
That just feels like bad planning on that guy's part.
It was. It's very bad planning. But if she kills him, they all turn on her. That was the point.
I guess.
So, was there anything in this episode that you particularly wanted to get to?
No, I just want to talk about it. Mostly because Jennifer, got her powers. And she only discovered them because her friend is a little reckless asshole.
Yeah, climbing up on little paint scaffolds and shit. Yo, what the fuck? What made you think that was a good idea?
Right.
Let's talk about your boy Lala.
Oh, I do have a question about that. Why is homegirl that he killed up in here? I understand why she could be in his mind because when you kill someone, that's part of your soul that you damage, and I would imagine the person that you kill stays with you.
Oh, literally, if you remember last week's episode when her little ghost spirit turned into a tattoo on his chest.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious as to I have all the same questions that Lala has. Why was I brought back? How was I brought back? Blah blah blah. And then I kind of go into why is it her kind of walking him through everything she his I don't know, one of his peoples. And then on top of that, why is he thinking about making out with her? I was like, nigga, you put 3 bullets in her.
I was about to say, take it a step further. They was kissing on each other and shit. Can you get it on with the ghost? Is that one of the things that goes with his whatever is going on with him?
Right,
And when he's in the car talking to her and shit, and his boy's in the car yo, what the fuck? Is he talking to himself?
I was wondering if, because you know how sometimes people, how some shows, it seems like they're talking out loud, but it's really just a conversation that they're having in their head with the other person, but they're not actually physically talking out loud. And then I realized that he was talking out loud, and when you saw, the dudes up front were, looking the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yeah. They were yo, this nigga crazy. Something wrong with this motherfucker.
Exactly.
Let me see what else happened in this episode. So Gamby finally let us know a little bit about what was going on with him. Yo, I was part of the ASA. The ASA brought this shit into the into the community. Gave people powers. I was oh shit, they fucking with kids though. I'm out. But oh I'm gonna get this research to somebody. It was your daddy. Got your daddy killed though. And I was oh shit, you got powers. Let me take care of you. And yeah, shit just turned bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
On one hand, I understand why Jefferson's yo, stay the fuck away from me. But on the other hand, yeah, you got some information, but you really don't have all the information yet. So why would you cut him off now before you
Right.
get it all? You know, emotional responses don't really work that well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, at least we got some answers about Gamby though, like why
Yeah,
he's.
because like why he's so secretive about things, and and it kind of makes me wonder: was him and Lady Eve in ASA together?
That's what I'm thinking it
Or
was. Yeah, they were part of ASA together.
oh, okay, or like I was wondering if he was in something else, before. I mean, like after ASA.
No, I think ASA was where their connection is, and like she was a part of that too. So, the whole green light stuff, she like the dude, other white, the other old white dude, because it all comes back to an old white dude. Um, the other old white dude was like, yeah, she like made the green light shit happen faster than anybody else. So we gotta do something about this Black Lightning nigga, because he just, he fucking with our money.
Right.
Well, their power mostly, because money just
But money is power.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah,
I
we
don't really
are.
have much else about
Yeah,
Black
that's what I'm saying.
Lightning.
We talked about Jennifer and her powers. So she went to Anissa about her powers, and she was just like, "This is like, oh shit." So yeah, I'm guessing from what I saw with the
The preview.
previews for the next episode that Jennifer finds out that her dad is Black Lightning. So we'll see what happens next week, kids. Is it next week or is it they take a week off?
I can tell you right now.
Like I feel like I saw them say that there's nothing like the week that it happens is not next week but the week after.
Oh yeah, I don't think they come back till next. I don't think they come back for a couple of weeks. But
I
I'm
know
double
Flash
checking
doesn't
now.
come back next week, and Arrow doesn't come back. I think like the 28th or some shit. Is everything off next week?
Arrow, no, Legends of Tomorrow is next week. I think.
Oh, we're gonna have another super short episode next week.
I think so. Arrow returns on the 29th.
Yeah.
And then
Is Legends on next week though?
that's what I'm looking. Well, what episode was this for Black Lightning? The number?
Book of Revelations, I think is what it was called.
No, what number?
Oh shit, I don't know.
This is episode 8, so there's only 5 episodes left. And Black Lightning will be back on the 20th. So yes, they will be back next week.
Okay. So we got Black Lightning and Legends next week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's enough with the Black Lightning.
You sure?
Unless you got anything else.
No, I don't.
Oh, you made that sound like you had somewhere else to go with it.
No, I just wanted to make sure you were done.
Yeah, I'm done. Where you want to go next?
My dog had a lot of things to say about just now.
Clearly.
But yeah, so what next?
That's what I just asked you.
Let's go into the Flash.
Flash. Let's see.
Which won't be back till April 10th.
Jesus H. Christ. This episode was called Run, Iris, Run. So, full disclosure on you folks out there. I missed the beginning of this episode. I saw the very end of the bank robbery shit. I'm assuming it was a bank. I don't know.
It was.
I missed the beginning. Like I literally was sitting down ready to watch and fell asleep for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm tired. It's been a rough week. But I got the gist of it, I think. There's a little bank robbery went down, Meta with fire shit going on, and some other dude was like, hey, stop this shit, yada 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 yada, and all of a sudden dude's powers don't work no more, and that shit. Long story short, this dude
More
ends up.
full disclosure is, I missed more of the episode than Travis did,
Hey,
but
hey, hey,
I
hey,
also got
hey,
the gist of the
hey!
episode.
Don't tell him that much. Listen. You need to maintain some credibility around here. All right.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, what I was saying is
I
the
like being
gist.
transparent. I'm sorry.
The gist of it is this dude transferred Barry's powers over to Iris because some shit happened. Y'all saw the episode, whatever. So, what do you think of Iris with speedster powers?
Well, I only kind of really saw when she realized she had them, but I thought it was an interesting take. It also made me think about. So you know how we've been seeing the one girl who we think is their kid from the future.
Meant to bring this up before. I saw something. I forgot who it was. It was a producer or somebody of The Flash that was like, nobody has guessed who this girl is. Even though multiple people are saying that it's their daughter, so it must not be their daughter. But I'm still maintaining that it's their daughter. He might be lying.
Wait, when he says no one has figured out who she is, do they mean do they mean, like, what do they mean that no one has figured out? Like, no one in the show?
No, none of us. Like, nobody on the internet has guessed it. And I'm assuming that he listens to our show because anybody who matters listens to our show. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm. That's what he says.
I thought he meant like no one's figured it out, so he may change it just for shits and giggles, and I'm just like, don't do that.
Well, I don't think he'll change it. No, I think there's a plan with that, but he might, when he said nobody has figured out who she really is, he might be being slick and like actually meaning that nobody on the show knows who she is.
Right.
It's almost like, I'm about to get real nerdy with you for a second.
Do it.
Do you remember a movie that came out a few years ago called Aragon?
The one with the dragon dude?
Yeah. So it's a book series.
Yeah.
And in that show, not in that show, in that movie, it's based on books. And in that book, there's 4 books, by the way. And they really don't get into this, but in the language of the elves, you're not allowed to lie. Like, it's not possible to lie in the language of the elves, and that's what makes magic work.
Okay.
And the thing is, though, the elves have mastered the ability to say one thing in the elven language, but mean something completely different. So, technically, they're telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Thing is, they just don't mean what you think they mean. So this is one of those things that, so basically saying, like, if somebody was just like, I don't know, like, what do you think of this sunset? And they respond, it's beautiful. They might not even be talking about the sunset when they say it's beautiful. They may be talking about a flower over there.
But why do that though?
Same reason people lie at any point. Why do people lie, period?
Okay.
To avoid whatever the truth might be,
All right.
So I think maybe it's possible that's what's happening. When he says nobody has guessed who this girl is, he might actually be talking about people in the show, not us,
But that's what I figured, because they keep running, like everyone keeps running into her, but no one's really even taking the time to think, why do we all keep running into the same person?
Well, yeah, nobody's really even paid attention to it, because I don't think she's ever run into the same person twice.
No, she hasn't.
So there's no reason for them to really think that.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Anyway, though, what were we talking about before we went off on this tangent about this girl who we don't have an answer for?
Oh, I was saying how I was wondering, is this when Iris, if that was like their daughter from the future, is this when Iris gets knocked up and she just passes on the Flash gene to them? Even though we don't know if she's a speedster, but I took a lot of leaps with it.
Speaking of Iris with her powers, when I was, speaking with my friends from school about this episode as it's going on, as she like, hey, what the fuck? As her hand is vibrating, I'm like, well, she doesn't need a vibrator no more. And that led to a whole discussion, even though does he vibrate when he up in that thing and all that shit.
Giggity.
But
Giggity.
yeah, giggity. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I just wanted to mention that.
So strange.
Yeah, I know. So Dibney's scared and shit because, now Barry's no longer the Flash and Iris has the Flash power. So he's being a dick because he thinks he's going to die.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. What else happened? Oh, so that part when Joe was like, Barry, you never made your own tidal wave when, Iris did the tidal wave thing to stop the dude that was doing the fire shit. Didn't Barry make a tidal wave in season 1? When he accidentally went back in time for the first time?
Something like that. I don't know if it was a tidal wave. Maybe.
I remember a tidal wave was involved. Did he make that tidal wave or did that tidal wave happen and he was trying to stop it?
I don't.
You know what I'm talking about? Like when that first time that he was talking to Iris, she's like, I love you too and all that kind of shit. But she didn't really but she was still with Eddie and all that.
Yeah. Like, I don't fully remember because when I think about that time he went back in time, I also think of the animated version of the Paradox.
No, that was before that. That was like seasons before that.
Oh.
Yes, that was way before that.
Oh, then I don't remember about that. Then I'm thinking of when he went back in time and.
Yeah, the first time he went back in time was on accident.
Yes.
That was when he was trying to. I know there was a tidal wave involved, and like he was talking to Iris, and she was just like, "Yeah, I really love you too," and all that kind of shit. And he was going like back and forth in front of a tidal wave, and he went back like, "Yeah, she loves me too," and he went to her, and she was like, "I don't remember any of that shit," because she only said that like she came to those feelings because her life is in danger and all that. And I'm trying to remember if he made that tidal wave happen or if he was trying to stop it. But anyway. That was one of those things that came to my mind when he said that. Do you have anything about, Wells and his thinking cap thingy?
I thought it was funny when he was like, the answer is none. And then they went through this whole thing about, Ralph wiping mustard on his pants, which led them to the fact that he wasn't wearing any underwear. And then, boom, his head's on fire.
Yeah. That was a fun moment. I also like when, Wells and Cisco were going back and forth and Cisco made a Star Trek reference because I appreciate all Star Trek references. When he was like, if you start becoming Locutus of Borg, Yeah, that was a very, very happy moment for all Star Trek fans out there.
I didn't even catch that.
I know you didn't. That was just for me.
Oh, okay. As long as you knew.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Locutus, the captain of the Starship Enterprise, Jean-Luc Picard on Star Trek: The Next Generation became a Borg, and yeah. Listen, I know you don't understand, but Star Trek is great, and it makes me so happy. As a matter of fact, when we're done recording this, I probably will start watching some Star Trek.
Oh, God.
And I've seen them all like 8 times, but it doesn't matter. Let's see. So yeah, of course Barry gets his powers back. Iris like, all right, you cool, you can have it back.
Was she debating not giving them back?
She wasn't really debating, but they all thought she would debate it. That's what it looked like to me.
Oh, okay.
Because Barry seemed kind of lost when he wasn't the Flash no more, and I think she saw that. Like, yeah, it's just better if I just give this back to you.
Emasculate her, man.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, if she kept him, I feel like eventually she would start pegging him. But let's see. Anything else that you saw? Oh, Iris is writing again, so that's good.
Because she needed something else to do. Like, to be honest, I didn't know what else Iris was doing besides just being
Not a damn thing. That was my point. Like, yo, how is she paying bills? Oh, she's not paying bills. Barry just paying all the bills. But how's Barry paying bills? He ain't got no job either.
Barry just got put on indefinite leave.
Yeah, like ain't neither one of them got no job. How they paying bills?
And then my other question, like if he's on indefinite leave, like he's not getting paid, right?
I don't know. Is it a paid suspension? Like, or is it just like, yo, you get the fuck up out of here? I don't know.
Because the captain, you know, was quite sympathetic for him. Like, he was like, I don't want to do this, but my hands are tied. So I was just like, so are you putting him on a paid leave, or are you just being like, yeah, sorry, fuck it?
That's a good question, because he has quite the nice apartment for somebody who doesn't have a job.
I would kind of hope that was after years of saving, and he kind of like just bought that apartment.
Oh, so it's a condo thing. It's not an apartment. It's a condo, and he paid for it. It's his.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
That's why I like to assume it, because that's what people in shows do. They don't just rent shit. They buy shit.
Yeah, because somehow they just got banked like that.
They just have savings like that. Like, they do better at savings than we do.
Apparently so. Anything else with Flash, though, that you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I have to go back and rewatch this episode, though.
I mean, Wells got the name of the two last bus metas with his thinking cap. But
oh, that's great.
Yeah. And we got another Star Trek reference at the end there because, Cisco called him Locutus again. I'm like, that's great. I'm going to get you to watch Star Trek one day.
You won't.
Oh, I will.
My grandma tried for like 18 years.
Did she try to get you to watch the original or Star Trek The Next Generation?
The original.
See, fuck that. Fuck that. See, I don't watch the original either. Because that's fucking stupid. I don't watch that shit. The Next Generation is better. It is great. I'm going to get you to watch it one day.
Wait, are you talking about the one that just came, like the Star Trek that just came out on TV, or are you talking about like the one that's called Next Generation?
I'm talking about Star Trek: The Next Generation, the TV show.
Oh no, that was the one she tried to get me to watch.
Yeah, I thought you.
No one actually got me to watch Star Trek until the movies came out.
See, here's the problem with people who try to get you to watch Star Trek that love Star Trek too much to skip past the stupid shit, because there's stupid shit in Star Trek. I'm able to admit that. Like, the first couple episodes, just like, what the fuck is this? This is a mess. Why are we watching this? But I kept with it, mostly because of my older brother. But yeah, it's like, yeah, this is a lot of nonsense. But then it got really good, and it stayed really good until the end. And then Deep Space Nine happened, which was even better. Like, this is fucking amazing. And then Voyager happened, and I'm just like, oh my
god,
this is okay.
You're still I don't hate this. The world's longest tangent.
And then Star Trek Enterprise happened, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I'm not watching this, and I cut that off. But then Star Trek Discovery happened this past year, and I'm like, clap, clap, clap. Welcome back, because the movies just don't do it justice. I'm done now.
Thank you.
All that to say, I'll make it happen. You'll watch Star Trek. I got you to watch Lost. I'll get you to watch Star Trek.
Because I had already started Lost at some point, and it was on a thing that I was eventually going to watch.
Yeah, you've also already started watching Star Trek, so I'll get you to watch Star Trek. It's fine.
I've never watched Star Trek.
You just got through telling me you got somebody tried to make you watch Star Trek.
My grandma tried to convince me to watch it, but because she wasn't a great negotiator, because that didn't work.
Like I said, I'll get you to watch Star Trek. If I can get you to watch Lost and Power Rangers, I can get you to watch Star Trek.
If you can get me to continue Lost and Power Rangers,
you'll watch it. Anyway.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends. This episode was called Amazing Grace.
Is it weird to say that when I saw like the logo, like not the logo, but you know how they have like a photo of the trailer or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like before you go to click on the trailer?
No.
All right, so you like the still, there we go. The thumbnail still.
Of what? What are you talking about?
On the site before you go to watch the episode, because I watched it on the site.
Oh, okay. I follow you now. Okay.
Is it weird to say that when I saw it was called Amazing Grace and I saw what they were wearing, I instantly kind of knew what era they were in?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think that deep into it because I just I clicked it on and started watching, but.
Well, because I feel like now that they have Wally, now they have 2 black people on the show, or 2 people of color.
For now.
They had to somehow go back to a time before civil rights. So.
Which was interesting because they were all up in the church and shit in front of all the white people, like, in an interracial relationship, hugging and kissing on each other and dancing and shit. Nobody said anything. I'm like, huh. So y'all okay with this, huh? That's surprising.
I guess Memphis was on the fast track.
Memphis, Tennessee was on the fast track.
It was on the fast track to equality, I guess.
If you want the progressives in the 50s, they were in Memphis. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the progressives were in Memphis, Tennessee in the 50s.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of Elvis going on in this episode because he had the death totem on his guitar. Okay. So he goes to buy the guitar and then do like, this guitar is cursed, and he didn't, notice that there was this weird little gem thing on the guitar.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just us because we're used to looking for totems and shit, but I don't know. Maybe I just feel like he would have noticed that something weird was on the guitar.
I hadn't even noticed. I didn't even think that they were looking for a totem until later on when they were talking about the totems again, and I heard death totem like 3 times.
Oh, see, once he said the guitar was cursed and shit started happening with him, like, oh, there's some kind of totem shit going on with this thing.
Because they said the dude had sold his soul to the devil, and I was just like, that sounds like supernatural crap, because they had an episode kind of similar to that.
Nope.
Where some dude sold his soul to have the
we are not doing this.
And then
we are not doing this.
And that's how they introduced.
We are not talking about supernatural on this show. I will not allow it.
I just kind of thought of it as like
unless you're talking about it being canceled. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I'm done. Everyone heard me.
Oh, they didn't hear you. I talked over you the whole time.
No, they heard me.
So, I enjoyed the whole thing with Zari showing Wally around the wave rider. He doing his speech thing and basically irritating her.
But everyone irritates her, so.
This is true.
She's like a female Mick without setting things on fire. Kinda.
She doesn't steal shit, though.
Say it again.
I said, but she doesn't steal shit though.
This is true. He takes these little souvenirs from everywhere they go, and I'm just kind of like, no, stop that.
Can we have a brief moment of silence for Axel though? Like, you know.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but silence.
You didn't understand what? What didn't you understand?
I didn't know where he came from. That's why it was just.
Oh yeah, he got that rat a while ago when some shit was going on in the way where they found the rat and shit, and he kept it, and he's like, "Yo,
Oh, okay. Cause I was just like, where did this rat come from? Why is he like so attached to it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, back in season 1.
Really, that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't remember.
Yeah. Mick doesn't like change, so.
Yeah, he spoke about change a lot. And I just have to think: is Mick Mick does not go out in the field anymore? Really?
Mick doesn't go out in the field anymore. Fucking Amaya doesn't use her fucking powers at all. Like, it's just, you know.
Like, I was curious about that. I feel like whenever they're doing something, like, he's always just on the wave rider, chilling, watching TV, drinking beer.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
He hasn't been out since the pirate one. And I think that was only because he was the only person who really looked like he could be a pirate.
I'm about to say that was just last week, though, or the week before.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you know, like, they have like other missions in between. Like,
yeah, I feel you.
I don't know.
I don't know. We got a rat funeral though.
We did. It was just this whole episode to
and
me
a ghost
was just
rat.
like, right. It was just like chaos. We had see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was a whole supernatural episode.
Nope.
Of Legends of Tomorrow. Like, they had ghosts, they had totems. It was all kinds of.
There was a motherfucking ghost rat. Like, that's you know, that was my thing with this one.
And this episode also made me wonder: did Elvis really have a twin brother named Jesse that died?
I don't know. Look it up. Google it. Let's see. I was a little irritated that, you know, they're like, you know, Wally, you can't just take the record from him, like, you know, the speeds and shit. We gotta like be subtle. Like, why not? I don't understand.
Yes, he did have a twin brother who was stillborn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really feel like Wally could have just took that record away from the preacher, but
yeah, I liked Wally's idea, and then what Zari, what's her name? Zari, okay, was like, nah, you gotta like talk to people, find what they need. And I was like, or you could just take the record and then just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, like, it's not like he would know what happened. Like, he doesn't know what a speedster is, so it's okay.
It's not like the preacher would be like, goddamn speedsters.
Yeah. He wouldn't know what happened anyway. Just take the shit. But yeah. Was there anything else with Legends?
No. This was, to me, like, the most entertaining part of this whole week was Iris getting powers, and I missed most of that, so now I gotta, you know, zoom my way back to the CW.
Shame.
Yeah, I know.
Do better.
I will.
That's the thing, though. Iris getting powers, it wasn't really much to it. She saved some folks from a burning building and almost died.
Exactly. But I mean, like, I was interested to see how she handled all of it. Everything else about this week was pretty plain Jane.
I think she didn't. Like, she went in, tried to save some shit. She fucked up and almost died, and Cisco saved her.
Sure.
And then she made a tidal wave.
But that's all I have for everything this week.
Yeah, man. Same here. Well. Right. That's what I
Luna
said.
said she also has nothing else.
I heard her.
Luna said, get to who's winning and losing so I can go to bed.
I was just about to ask you who's winning.
I guess. Jennifer. I guess so. I guess Jennifer.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, she got powers now. Nobody else had anything really significantly good happen to him.
Right. So, or you could say in Nissa, she saved him from being blown the fuck up.
Yeah, that was interesting because it's just like, they were about to clear Black Lightning's name, but like, nope, all that evidence is gone now, so never mind, you're still a fugitive.
Right. Who's losing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Arrow because they didn't air this week.
Not acceptable. Who's losing?
God damn it. I guess Jefferson.
Yeah, he had a rough week. I can see that.
You could also say Lala was winning because he came back to life.
It's also a good choice.
I feel like coming back from the dead is always a positive.
That's a win for real. But yeah,
that's me.
That'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Don't forget to follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at Creation Magazine. Also, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Creation Magazine. Or if you want to have a discussion with us, hop onto the Facebook group. What's the Facebook group, Mara?
Facebook.com/groups/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow.
Also, don't forget to check out our other shows. We got the Creation Conversation. New episode just went live next week. That's a monthly thing. Or if you're a wrestling fan, Smacking It Raw. It's a weekly thing. But
just keep an eye out for random shit just to go up.
Yeah, every now and then we just do some random shit. Like, hey, I think you all would like to hear this, so we do it. Also, don't forget to follow me on both Facebook and Twitter at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Shark, where can they find you?
I can be found on Instagram and Twitter at Mara the Shark. That's MARADASHARK.
All right. I think that'll be it for this week. Until then, stay creative, stay free.
Bye.